Workout. Maybe if you're bicycling, it could pump you up a little bit. It's the world's toughest mountain bike race. The Great Divide Race covers 2,700 miles from Canada to the Mexican border, and it races right along the Continental Divide in the Rockies. And now you can follow the race thanks to a new documentary that's out. It's called Ride the Divide. Anthony Cimino, one of the associate producers of the film, joined us live in studio this morning. Tell us more. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. This is the DVD right here. This is the movie. All right, first questions first. Why in the world would you document something like this? I mean, a lot of people interested to see it, but I would imagine a film crew, the ride itself is going to be tough. Filming this thing, I would imagine, even tougher.
Yeah, Hunter Weeks and I, who is the director of the film, it was him and me trying to cover from Banff to Mexico, and it was pretty interesting. We also had a second crew, Josh Caldwell, who came out and joined us in Silverthorne. But it was funny because Hunter and I were talking about how we could make a documentary about us making a documentary about a race.
Well, talk to me about the challenges, because you look at some of the terrain in this, it's tough enough on a bike, but again, when you're carrying around camera equipment, trying to document the whole thing, what challenges did you face?
Well, I mean, as you can see from the clips there, just the massive, massive acreage. The terrain that covers the western United States is just phenomenal and awesome at the same time. So you can imagine trying to track 16 people over hundreds of thousands of acreage. You know, it was so daunting because Hunter and I didn't have GPS, and we were trying to, you know, poach Wi-Fi from motels and stuff like that in small towns. So we had a good time with it.
Now, is this a race, forgive me, I don't know this, but is this a race that goes on every year, and does it last like X amount of days?
Absolutely. You got about 30 days to do it for time. Matthew Lee, who won it the year that we shot it, he's going back his 7th time, and he's trying to break his personal best record of 16 days, 20 hours. So that's over 150 miles a day, every day.
And I look at it, not only the terrain, you got snow in some areas, the rain. I saw a bear in the video.
Well, we saw many bear. It was pretty amazing. Saw a big giant moose. We see a lot of wildlife. And, the riders, they carry pepper spray, sometimes a gun.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess you'd have to if that's the kind of stuff you're going to be encountering.
Absolutely. You don't know what you're going to encounter on the trail, so you got to be prepared.
And how about the injuries, too? A couple of them, people just walking through some of it. Man, it seems like it would be such a difficult thing to do. What kind of injuries did you see?
Oh, we just numerous. I mean, blisters and saddle sores and aches and pains and, no broken bones, thank goodness. But, it's not like a professional cycling team in the Tour de France where they have massage therapists and chiropractors on staff following the racers, and they get massaged every day and treated by doctors, things like that. These are ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
And all of a sudden, this thing is blowing up. You guys haven't, it's not like you did all this crazy marketing for it. You said you were stuffing envelopes last night. You're sending this film all over the country right now. And
all over the world. I was stuffing envelopes to Belgium, to New Zealand, to France and Italy and Norway, and I completely dumbfounded. I couldn't believe it. I was like laughing, going, this is amazing. We've done zero marketing on this except for Facebook and Twitter, and that just tells you the power of the internet and the power of word of mouth and people who love adventure racing of any type.
There's definitely a niche here for it, too. You talk about, Colorado, probably one of the biggest cycling places in the world.
Without a doubt. We have our own professional cycling team in Boulder, and we've had for many years, professional cyclists who train here. And, you go out on the streets every day, and there's people riding their bikes, which is great. This is fantastic.
Last thing I got to ask you, now, did you actually ride the Divide, or were you just documenting it?
No, I actually rode portions of it, but, it was myself and Hunter, so we had to kind of pack up my bike on occasions and say, all right, we gotta hightail it and try to find people.
Yeah, the bigger picture, picture. Anthony Cimino, live this morning. Anthony, thank you so much.
You.
Again, Ride the Divide. This is the name of the movie, the documentary, and one of the most beautiful movies I think that you can see out there. I saw, as you watch some of the video there, just great landscapes, great as you get to see the bears and everything. So thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
And there's also, really quickly here, I think is there a showing? It'll be shown until June 10th at the Stars Film Center, correct?
Yeah, we've been held over 3 weeks. It's been fantastic. And thanks to all the people and the support for us and helping support documentary and Colorado filmmakers.
Fantastic stuff. Go to our website, KDVR.com. We'll have more information. Melissa, over to you.
All right, thanks, guys.